to be reborn in the presence of the Buddhas of other regions or enjoy happiness among gods and men. Sometimes he even makes them obtain the vehicles of the Sravakas, Pratyeka Buddhas and the Buddhas. He considers the attachment of beings as happiness and, just as an adult, seeing little children amusing themselves together, plays with them first, then gives them other playthings to make them renounce the previous toys. So the bodhisattva disciplines beings by first making them obtain human and divine happiness, then leads them gradually to discover the three vehicles. This is why the sutra says here that he experiences joy and contentment. 5. Sutra. Do not abandon anyone. The bodhisattva saves all beings. Sastra. The bodhisattva who has cultivated well the mind of great compassion has sworn to save beings, and his resolve is strong. So as not to suffer the scorn of the Buddhas and Aryas, so as not to forget his obligations to beings, he does not abandon them. The man who has promised something to someone and who then does not give it is guilty of deception. For these reasons the bodhisattva does not abandon beings. 6. Sutra. The entry into great compassion. The bodhisattva has the following thought. May first. For each being, for periods as numerous as the sands of the Ganges, suffer in hell all the torments, as long as this being will not be established in the knowledge of the Buddhas or will not enter into nirvana. If the bodhisattva extends such an effort to all beings of the 10 directions, that is his entry into great compassion. Sastra. On great compassion, see what has been said above. As the Buddha says here, from the beginning, the bodhisattva makes the following resolve concerning beings. For such and such a person in particular. For innumerable periods. I will suffer in his place the torments of hell, and I will pursue my effort until I have led him to accumulate the qualities. To become Buddha or to enter into nirvana without residue of conditioning. Question. But there is no way of suffering a punishment in place of another. Why then does the bodhisattva make such a vow? Answer. Without a doubt, but this bodhisattva has such strong resolve and loves beings so deeply that if he had the means of substituting himself for the guilty ones, he would do so without hesitation. Moreover, the bodhisattva sees that among people, there are sacrifices to the gods where human flesh is used, human blood and the 5 human internal organs are offered to the Rakshasas, but where substitutions of people are authorized. Then the bodhisattva says, in the hells there must be substitutions of this kind, and I am determined to take the place of others there. Learning that the bodhisattva's great resolve is like that, beings honor him and respect him. Why? Because the bodhisattva's concern for beings is so profound that it surpasses even that of a loving mother. 7. Sutra. Faith, respect and submissiveness to the teachers. The bodhisattva produces the notion of teacher, i.e., he considers his teachers as being the Buddha in person. Towards teachers. Sastra. Because of his teachers, the bodhisattva obtains supreme complete enlightenment. Why then would he not believe them, respect them, honor them? High as his own knowledge and qualities may be, the bodhisattva would not derive great benefit from them if he lacked respect and veneration for his teachers. The excellent water at the bottom of a well cannot be reached without a rope. In the same way, destroying his pride and vanity, the bodhisattva must be respectful and obedient towards his teachers so that the great benefits resulting from his virtues may come to him. The rain that falls does not stay at the top of the mountain, but necessarily flows downward. In the same way, if the bodhisattva is prideful and haughty towards his teachers, the water of the Dharma does not enter into him. But if he respects good teachers, the qualities due to him fall on him. Finally, the Buddha has said that it is necessary to depend on good teachers so that morality, concentration, wisdom and deliverance can increase. In the same way that the trees that grow on the Himalayas, their roots, trunk, branches, leaves, flowers and fruits are in full bloom. This is why the Buddha said that we must honor our teachers as if they were the Buddha in person. Question. But if it is a matter of bad teachers, how could one serve them and trust them? It is impossible to regard good teachers as the Buddha and all the more difficult to regard bad teachers as the Buddha. Then why does the Buddha here want us to produce the idea of the Bhagavat toward teachers? Answer. The bodhisattva should not conform to worldly judgments. Those who conform to them are attached to the good and turn away from the bad. The bodhisattva does not act in that way. If some teachers are able to explain to him the profound meaning and cut the knot of his doubts, he sees his benefit there, he honors them wholeheartedly and does not think about the defects. If a bad purse is full of jewels, one does not refuse to take the jewels under the pretext that the purse is bad. If you are traveling at night on a steep path and some thieves offer you a torch, you would not refuse this light under the pretext that the thieves are bad. In the same way, the bodhisattva who finds the light of wisdom in his teachers does not care about their faults. Furthermore, the disciple should say to himself, my teacher uses the innumerable artifices of the prajnaparamita. I do not know why he affects this fault. Thus Sa To Po Luan heard the voice of the Buddhas of the 10 directions say to him from heaven, do not think about the deficiencies of the Dharma teacher. Always have respect and fear for him. Finally, the bodhisattva has the following thought. That the Dharma teacher likes what is bad is not my business. What I desire is only to hear the Dharma and derive benefit from it. A clay or wooden statue, without any real qualities, makes one gain immense merit only by evoking the idea of Buddha. What then should be said about this man capable of preaching the Dharma to people with the skillful means of wisdom? Consequently, although the Dharma teacher may have faults, that is not very important. Towards teachers, the bodhisattva produces the idea of Bhagavat. As I have said above, the bodhisattva is different from worldly people. Worldly people make distinctions between beauty and ugliness. They like honest people but do not see them as Buddhas. They distrust bad people and do not take them into account. The bodhisattva himself is not like that. He contemplates the absolute emptiness of dharmas which from the very beginning are like nirvana without residue of conditioning. He looks at all beings and sees them as equal to the Buddha. All the more reason that he sees as equal to the Buddha the Dharma teachers who possess the advantages of wisdom and who do the work of Buddha. 8. Sutra. The energetic search for the perfections. The bodhisattva seeks the perfections attentively, without doing anything else. These are the 8 dharmas to be fulfilled by the bodhisattva MAHÀYANA who is in the second ground. Sastra. The bodhisattva has the following thought. The 6 perfections are cause and condition for supreme complete enlightenment. I will cultivate this cause and condition attentively. Merchants who diligently search for the goods asked for by the lands through which they travel. Farmers who diligently look for the seeds needed for the soil which they are cultivating, cannot fail to succeed in their business. The person who, in the present lifetime, practices generosity, later obtains great wealth. The person who keeps the discipline later obtains noble rebirths. The person who practices concentration and wisdom obtains body. It is the same for the bodhisattva. If he practices the 6 perfections, he succeeds in becoming Buddha. It is a matter here of energetic search. Of constant attentive and energetic search for the 6 perfections. Why? Because if slackness creeps in, one is stifled by the passions and overcome by Mara. This is why the Buddha says here in the second ground not to relax, energetic search. Bhumi 3. 1. Sutra. Furthermore, O Subhuti, the bodhisattva Mahasattva in the third bhumi should devote himself to 5 dharmas. What are these 5? 1. An insatiable desire for learning. What is this instable desire for learning in the bodhisattva Mahasattva? The insatiable desire that makes him say, I will remember everything that has been said by the blessed Buddhas in this